gentlemen, if everyone would find seats, we will continue. Councilman Muscarella, I'll take
Well, I'll make a motion to end the executive session. No action was taken.
Figures for now.
All in favor? Opposed, so moved. Thank you, second motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
All in favor? Opposed, so moved. We stand adjourned and ready to proceed with our public comment period. We'll get it together. My public comment. Bob Fryer, you're up first.
A couple of questions. First, it's been a couple of months already with regard to the Woodlands when you awarded the emergency contract to the Lessings Group. And at that meeting, I asked specifically how the town was dealing with the deposits that were made. I've got a listing of over $300,000 in deposits that were made. So how has that been handled? Obviously, you've had affairs there during the month of September, October, and November. What happened with those affairs and who paid the deposits? There's some significant deposits that were given to the former Chopra Group, and that this new company is now fulfilling those. So what's going on with that?
The commissioner can answer it, but I think it's only approximately 50,000 because a lot of those events were canceled.
Well, where did you get $300,000 from, Bob?
From the RFP that the town sent out.
So in actuality, we'll find out what happened. Commissioner, what do you got?
Yes, Supervisor, Bob is absolutely right. And the original, that was what they had given us, that they had booked on the fast. After Lessons took over, they investigated, called all the people up and talked to them, and a bunch of them had canceled. The only, right now, it's approximately $50,000 that the town is responsible for, all part of the RFP that Lessons is due from the previous deposits from the previous vendor.
So is the town paying that to Lessings?
That's all part of,
It could be a credit card that we're going to do with it, that come off what they're paying.
So the taxpayers are paying for those deposits?
I don't know, it's subject to negotiation, is that what you're saying?
I don't think that's what, I'd rather confirm with the RFP, and I don't think that's what it says. I think it specifically deals with this.
The RFP, I read the RFP, and it said that you were going to go after the investor group, however, that if you were unsuccessful, that the town would pay those. So confirming that, so the taxpayers are most likely, I highly doubt you'll be able to get anything from the investor group. So had the town is obviously going to have to pay that, correct?
I don't know if we're there yet, it's just not here.
Yeah, there yet. So the affairs that have happened so far while Lessings was there, have they just been eating that cost for now?
no, Lessons Group is taking care of every one of the affairs that were booked. They're following the script, they're following the contract right to the T, and like I say, it comes out of the town's or responsibility or two Lessons would be about approximately $50,000, not $300,000.
And what the Lessings Group RFP was supposedly until the end of December. December is this week. Are we, or next week, has a new RFP gone out to bidders?
I don't believe it's going out yet, it's probably going to be, what were you thinking?
Rebecca, I thought she.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah, sure. I just have to say this, because Bob, look. Bob,
Yeah.
we think alike.
Oh, yeah.
The RFPs are in the process of being prepared, but I think what we're going to do is be extending this current, what do we call it, emergency RFP? It's probably going to be extended until the end of March to allow us more time to cast a wider net for the second round. I will say that I've been in touch with some of the parks personnel and with Commissioner Nasarino, and I've heard only terrific things about what is going on there. Very positive, glowing feedback from the Lessings Group. So it seems that we're in good hands for the interim while we send out the new RFP.
Okay, thank you. Next and last question is, Mr. Venditto, is the town paying for your criminal defense, or is that something a personal expense?
No, it's a personal expense.
It's a personal expense. Okay, thank you.
I'd like to say thank you, but I can't.
I wouldn't expect it to.
Oh, I'm sorry, Robert Rett, Robert.
Hello. During the last town meeting, when you were approving the resolution pertaining to the meeting schedule, I discussed some of the literature that might be available to help out in your decisions, your meetings and such. And what I have in front of me today is, this is a guide from the Division of Local Government Services in New York, conducting public meetings and public hearings. I'd like to bring your attention to the executive session portion of this. And I believe that I emailed you all a copy of this. The executive sessions. An executive session is a portion of an open meeting during which the public may be excluded. And then this goes on to explain that it should be emphasized that the executive session, as well as the attorney-client privilege, are privileges of the public body, meaning the town board. Unless another statute actually requires that a matter be discussed in private, the public body is under no obligation to exclude the public. It simply may do so at its own opinion. So I'm curious, in lieu of the recent cloud of corruption in the town of Oyster Bay, I'm hoping that you're going through means to make things as transparent as possible here. And I'm wondering if you might start considering having your executive sessions in public. I mean, you approved $1 million or 1.9 or 1.7 in next year's budget for outside attorney fees in reference to, issues going on with horrendous thing and the corruption issues in town of Oyster Bay. And the residents, nobody has any idea what you're doing, what's going on, because you're secretive about everything. So I just want to find out, are you having the executive sessions in private by your choice, by your option?
I believe so, but I'm looking over the town attorney's counsel this on this. And as far as I know, doing it pursuant to law, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to move on. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions last meeting, but you missed the public comment session. Back in October, I did a FOIL request. It was in regards to the investigation that you ordered into my Facebook page. Okay.
No, but that's not so. That was discussed openly at the meeting countless times. Is John Ellsworth here? John.
So would I be able to finish without using my time?
Yeah, but you can't make an inaccurate statement like that.
Well, I'm not. If you let me continue, I'll.
I'm not looking to debate you. I just want to tell you, I never ordered an investigation on your Facebook page. Continue.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I did a FOIL request on October 4th, 2016, and the first item I requested was every document, memo, email associated with the instructions ordered to investigate my Facebook page. And when I met with Town Clerk James Aldadana, he eventually gave me a certified statement that no document existed, and he explained to me in no certain terms that the reason no documents exist is because you verbally ordered the investigation into my Facebook page. As a matter of fact, you're on video at a town meeting acknowledging that you ordered the investigation into my
I need
Facebook
to
page.
stop you, and that's not so, and I don't care what the video says. John Ellsworth explained how it is he came to your Facebook page. My recollection is he went there because there were a series of questions that you posed to the board, and John went to your Facebook page as a reference, I think, to hone in on the issues. Am I right, John?
Oh, maybe I misunderstood. You mean the whole presentation that John did, he did that on his own accord? Nobody in the town? The town paid him $7,000 to do it?
Rob, why don't we try this again?
Okay.
John, why don't you explain how it is you came to Mr. Rips, to Rob's Facebook page for the third or fourth time?
Mr. Rep made certain allegations of criminal wrongdoing by the town in order to get to the bottom of the allegations.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to specify those allegations. Okay.
He made allegations that money was stolen, federal monies were stolen in regard to the grant of the Littauer estate.
Diverted?
No, stolen. You made allegations that the cap of the landfill, that's the OSID, was improperly installed.
Rob, this is not cross-examination. Let him finish and then you
That
can
there
say
were
what.
areas where there was no cap, and you also made allegations that there was criminal misappropriation of monies in connection with the installation of the artificial turf field in Burns Park.
You're speaking about the contaminated material that was allegedly.
That's part of the contaminated material that
Okay,
was.
so I'm sorry, so after reading, I guess you followed my Facebook page if you
I
saw all
don't-
that stuff.
I'm
Oh,
not
so-
on Facebook, I don't follow anything.
So how did you become aware of that?
Made allegations before the board that.
No, on Facebook. I mean, what caused you to, I mean, I'm a little confused because the town clerk told me that the town supervisor specifically ordered you personally, verbally, to investigate my Facebook
No,
page.
yeah.
And you
See,
did.
I don't know how many
I'm just
times
telling
you
you what the
have
town
to
clerk told me.
repeat
Gentlemen.
You're interrupting me. So I just want, I'm just trying to find out.
Rob, first of all, the steno can't take down two voices at one time, that's number one.
I'm sorry.
Number two, let's maintain some decorum here. Simple question to you, John. How did you come to Robert Wood's Facebook page?
That's where the details of his allegations were laid out, so that's, I went
I'm
on,
sorry.
that information from your Facebook.
Okay, I'm sorry, because you're confusing me. You don't follow my Facebook page, but somehow you decided to go to my Facebook page and to
No,
do
that's not what I said.
Okay, so what I'm trying to find is, I'm sorry, who directed you, because this was what the FOIL request had asked. Maybe I could
Nobody
read the FOIL request.
directed me to go investigate your Facebook page. You said that.
So I'm at a loss. So the presentation that you put on, the 20-minute presentation that you put on, and allegedly there was talk here that the town supervisor confirmed that the town paid $7,000 for that investigation. So you're telling me you weren't ordered to do that by anybody, you just did that on your
All right,
own?
Rob, I'm going to stop it now because we're over the time limit.
I mean, you're not answering the question, or you're avoiding it.
Please, don't be disrespectful.
I'm not, but you're purposely avoiding
Rob.
the question.
Rob, time's up. He answered the question. He said, no one directed him to your Facebook page. He gave you the reason why he went there, because in order to familiarize himself with the allegations, there was information there that was relevant. The 7,000...
What? That makes no sense,
Please
sir.
don't interrupt. Whether it makes sense to you or not is not the issue. This is what happened. The $7,000 was not expended to investigate your Facebook page. It was invested and spent to answer your questions. You're the one who posed the questions. He went, used your Facebook page to help do his research. The town spent $7,000 to answer your questions, and that's the beginning of
I'm
that.
sorry, but under whose authority? There was no legislator, there was no vote. Mr. Macchignon actually is in the press stating that he felt there should have been a vote for that expenditure of the money. So how did you do it? How did you just decide to spend $7,000 of residents' money to investigate my Facebook page without a vote of the town board? As to the state, you've never voted to approve that payment.
He's under contract for that purpose. When a resident comes up to the podium and asks a question, we don't pass a resolution saying, okay, let's authorize Monica, let's authorize Matt Rose to go answer the question. You came up, you posed a series of questions, he used your Facebook page as a reference, he gave us the answers to the questions, it cost the taxpayers $7,000 to answer those questions. That's what happened. Time is up.
I'm sorry,
Stephen
isn't
Harr,
the environmental
Rob, I'm sorry.
conservation
Steve Harr.
consultant?
Steve Harr.
I tell you, you talk with a forked tongue, my friend.
Stephen, where are you? Steve Harr, what's Steve Harr? Paul Molinari.
There you go. There's the plan.
What's the problem?
I was just talking to
You were just talking, or
Yeah.
you're talking yourself, or talking loud enough so you can hear yourself? Paul Molinari.
I can repeat it if you want me to.
Yeah, that's very, very courteous, gentlemen. Paul, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to come up and say thank you to Councilwoman Alicia and Councilman McEnroe for spearheading the meetings on the downtown Hicksville revitalization plan. I attended that meeting. I thought it was very, very positive.
Hold on, Paul. Hey, guys, when you were up here, nobody...
I'm not saying anything.
Nobody said a word. Don't be, the one thing is, don't be rude or disrespectful. Okay?
It was a very, very positive meeting and it was well attended. If you look at it, it was originally scheduled for the cafeteria. They had to move it to the gymnasium and basically half of the gym was full of residents from Hicksville. And I would say, it was a showing of hands on who was in favor of changing the zoning for downtown Hicksville. I'd say the majority to 2/3 of the residents that were there raised their hands and they want to see change. They want to see progress in the downtown Hicksville area. Of course, on the other side, people had valid concerns about parking, traffic, and impact on the schools and taxes. Some of those same issues were raised by the committee, which I was a member of it, in helping develop this action plan for downtown Hicksville. And And I think a lot of those questions have been addressed, especially on impact on the taxes in the schools. Parking may be another issue, but that can be worked out, in any type of design.
Well, Paul, I don't mean to interrupt you, I just wanted to ask if you had seen the New York State's DIS that came out for the third rail.
I didn't see it, but I did read the
Third track,
article.
sorry, thank you. It came out yesterday, and the reason I bring it up now is because it includes the addition of a little under 1,000 spaces, parking spaces into the
They wanna
Hicksville
do a
area.
parking garage.
They do, so if that comes to pass, I think at least, in my estimation at that meeting, we heard three main concerns, traffic, parking, schools. And I think that will at least take one of those issues really completely out from underneath, which is awesome.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, say thank you. I also wanted to stress that the time is right now for the town to move on this rezoning. And I think if the MTA can get their EIS out on a $2 billion project in less than 6 months, the town should be able to move quickly on your own EIS for the downtown area and implement the zoning changes sometime like mid-next year. I just wanted to stress that. I said it was a very positive meeting,
I thought it was a very, very positive meeting.
and I'd like to see things move quickly here in the town. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for participating in your town government this morning.
When will you leave our town government?